FDA, is warning consumers, patients, caregivers, and healthcare providers of risks related to using smartwatches or smart rings that claim to measure blood glucose levels, blood sugar, without piercing the skin. These devices are different than smartwatch applications that display data from FDA-authorized blood glucose measuring devices that pierce the skin, like continuous glucose monitoring devices, CGMs. The FDA has not authorized, cleared, or approved any smartwatch or smart ring that is intended to measure or estimate blood glucose values on its own. For people with diabetes, inaccurate blood glucose measurements can lead to errors in diabetes management, including taking the wrong dose of insulin, sulfonylureas, or other medications that can rapidly lower blood glucose. Taking too much of these medications can quickly lead to dangerously low glucose, leading to mental confusion, coma, or death within hours of the error. Recommendations for consumers, patients, and caregivers. 1. Do not buy or use smartwatches or smart rings that claim to measure blood glucose levels. These devices may be sold through online marketplaces or directly from the seller. 2. Be aware that the safety and effectiveness of these devices have not been reviewed by FDA, and the use of these devices could result in inaccurate measurements of blood glucose levels. 3. If your medical care depends on accurate blood glucose measurements, talk to your healthcare provider about an appropriate FDA-authorized device for your needs. Recommendations for healthcare providers. 1. Read and follow the recommendations for consumers, patients, and caregivers. 2. Talk to your patients about the risk of using unauthorized blood glucose measuring devices. 3. Help your patients select an appropriate, FDA-authorized, blood glucose measuring device, if needed.